Hey, welcome to another episode of C's Backyard Bees. Today we're going to be making a swarm trap, and we're going to be trying to put the swarm trap on one of my fence posts. So usually we put a swarm trap in the tree, but however we cut down our large trees this year, so we need a new spot for a swarm trap. So let's see if this is going to work for us. This is a complete trial, so hopefully it works out, and we will see what we can make here. Alright, so my overall general idea is to take a 2x4. I'm going to cut it off at 45-degree angles. So it's going to sit on the post like this. We're going to screw it in the bottom. Obviously, it's going to be a little shorter, and then we're going to have a platform on it. And on that platform, we're going to have our swarm trap, which is just going to be a 8-frame hive with some old frames in it, which has been successful for me in the past. So we're going to try and repeat that success, and then have that platform on it. So the main concern that I have is making sure that I'm building this strong enough, because the last thing I want is a swarm to move in and the whole thing falls. So this is a little bit of an experiment, like I've already said. So let's get started in figuring out our measurements here. So the first thing I need to do is to make the 45-degree cut. Alright, so now we have our 45-degree cut, so that's going to be the one base. So what I need to do is measure it deep to see how far my platform needs to be out. So I used this super, I believe it's a super, no actually it's a hive frame feeder, and I just drilled in some holes to kind of make a bottom board. And that way it just gives them that image that they have more room in that deep, so they want to move into it. So a deep hive frame is 20 inches long. So I'm gonna make my platform, let's do maybe like 21 inches. That way they have a little bit of a landing board to land on. Always want your hives to be nice here, and of course I don't have a pen with me. Alright, so we're going to make it 21 inches. Alright, so now we have our box. Let's sit on it just like that. And that's actually a perfect size for it. Just happened to work out like that, huh? Beautiful. So now they have a little landing pad that can come in. Alright, so our next step is we have to figure out the length that we want this. I don't know the best way to do this. So we're going to screw it into the fence posts, like so. And then we want this sitting on it, like so. So somewhere within there maybe. That's pretty good. I don't think this has to be an exact science by any means. We're just gonna, we'll start tall, and if we need to make it a little shorter, we can. I think that is always a good rule of thumb here. And since this is just a piece that I do not need, I'm not exactly worried about needing to make a bunch of cuts, or if I cut it too short, I got other pieces of wood that I can use. Alright, so let's start here. Alright, so put it here, like so. And we have our board. I think that's actually gonna work out just perfect here. Awesome, that's gonna be beautiful. So now we're gonna move to the fence post and screw this board into the fence post. I want the board low enough that you can't see it over the fence. So that means that um, the top of my swarm trap needs to be right level with the fence. So let's go over and check that out. Alright, so now we got a mark. So I'm at 17 inches is right here. So this is the bottom of my swarm trap. Again, I want it under the fence line so people really have to like lean over to see what's going on. Also just protects people's fears, right? Because people are afraid of bees. So this is going to be placed right in the middle like so. And then it's going to be flat like so. Perfect. Mark this. Yeah. I'm going to pre-drill a couple holes in my board so it's a little easier for me to one-handed screw it in here. Looking pretty good. I think I'm going to get a little 2x4 cross piece to kind of hold the back of it. I think that's going to be a good idea. So I'm going to run and grab that. So again, just using the scraps that we had. So this is right from here. You know what I should have been using this whole time is a level. Because if I was using a level, I'd have the problems this way. But I think we're gonna be okay. Kind of eyeballing things, kind of how this works. But now I kind of put that back up end too high, so I'm gonna have to drop this down because I did not account for that. So let's do two things right now. Let's account for that by dropping it, and let's go grab a level. There we go. Oh yeah, solid. Nice. Alright, now we just have to put the swarm trap on there. So let's go grab that. Alright, so there you have it. What I did was put 8 of my oldest frames in there. It's going to smell like bees, encourage bees to kind of find their way into the swarm trap. I'm going to ratchet strap it down just to make sure wind, nothing can kind of knock it over. Some of those frames do have a little bit of honey in them, so that's going to make it so that there is a little robbing in the next couple days, which is not ideal in my book, but it is okay as that is what's going to attract the swarm to this box. If you like what you see, please leave a comment, give me a like. If you're like, this was the stupidest idea you've ever seen, let me know that, but be nice about it. Until next time, I hope you have a great day.